Alright everyone, today is release day, the official release day for Hot Wheels Unleashed, so people who didn't get early access are now able to access the game. If you are still unsure on whether or not you should buy this game, I think you should go through this video. There is so much positivity to this game. It looks amazing, it sounds amazing, the handling and driving, so much of this game is beautiful. Mwah, fantastic. But there are problems, okay? This game is flawed. And I want to go through all the flaws of this game so you can understand what they are before they slap you in the face. I've been playing this for 2 to 3 days now. I've lost track of time. I've played this so much. So I have had enough time to learn what these problems are. So I'm happy to share those with you and we'll go through them all. But first, just a reminder that if you are enjoying the content, because despite these flaws, I am still playing the game. I will still play the game. I just want these things to improve. I believe that these should be the objective for Milestone, is to improve these problems because they are big problems. Just like that one strand of hair. But don't forget to subscribe if you are enjoying the content. I am streaming, I'm playing and releasing videos at the moment 2 times a day, but we'll drop that down a bit when the hype dies down a little, and I'll try and keep it as regular as I can. It just depends on my time management personally. But if you are subscribed, you'll have a shot at one of these 2 drift techs. I'm giving these away. These are proper accelerators. Take your drift techs. They're not custom made or anything. They aren't in perfect condition, but they're in really nice condition for, 15-year-old children's toys. And I'm happy to give these away to 2 of my subscribers once I hit 1,000. Just as a bit of a giveaway, just a bit of a thank you for all the support. And at that point, I'll be able to do community polls, which I'll be able to do to, ask questions to you guys to see what you want. So I'm hyped for that. We're pretty close. I think I only need 60 or so, but there's, hundreds of people watching these videos. One of my videos on Hot Wheels Unleashed got like 17,000 people. Just a few more subs, man, and we've got there. We'll be able to communicate and unlock the rest of YouTube. Because seriously, there's so much of YouTube blocked off that I can't access just because I don't have the subs, which I think is a bit unfair. But whatever, we'll get into it later. Well, we'll just ignore it once we hit 1,000. Who cares? We'll just play their game. But let's go through the problems with Unleashed. There is a few, and let's begin. First thing I want to go through is the collection, right? So there's so many cars in this game, 60 something. I think I have a button for that says there are 74 cars in the game if you count the 6 pre-order cars. It's great. Honestly, it is beautiful. And honestly, some cars are better than others for driving, but every car is equal in terms of if you know how to drive it, you'll be fine. There's no car that's like, everyone should be driving this because it's just drastically better. Everyone has personal preferences. The car lineup is great. There are secret cars that haven't been announced publicly, so that's also another good thing. You might have seen one at some point when I've been scrolling through here. However, there are some problems with... There's a beautiful livery editor. Can I just... I've got all these different liveries for this car. None of these I've made. These have all been made by members of the community. You can just hit search. You can go through everyone's stuff that they've made. Look, that looks nice. But this is where the problems start coming in, is when we start going through here. So this is great, but if I want to rotate this and have a look at the back end of it, I can't. The button to rotate the cars when I'm looking at my cars does not work here. So I can't... Oh no, I'm so sorry guys. My camera is in the way. So we can't see who's making these beautiful skins. All their names. So I love the community for this. It looks amazing. All these cars are wonderful and people putting a lot of effort into these. And I really appreciate the work that they're doing. I wish I could rotate these to have a look at the back end. One of these cars I downloaded had writing on the back end of it. I couldn't get to it. I couldn't see it, which was just a real shame in my eyes. I just want to be able to examine these cars. And then we have filters, I believe. No, we have tags. So you'll see. Damn it, my camera just needs to be off in the distance. Need to get rid of it. See these tags here. We got original and race. We got the date the skin was created. Now, these tags are worthless. You cannot use tags to search for a vehicle. There is no, like, I can flag content, visit Unleashed profile, visit profile. Like, cool, I can access this and have a look at this guy's stuff. Shared contents. Oh, we can access someone's shared tracks through here. This guy has none, but that's cool. And we can access all of his shared libraries, which is just the one by the looks of it, which is really nice that we can do that. So we do have a lot of access just by going through people's stuff here. However, if someone's not sharing libraries, I don't think you can get to their profile that easily. But this here is worthless. These tags are worthless. You cannot search for anything. And I find that to be a bit of a joke. So that's the second issue there. So first, can't rotate the cars to have a proper look at them. Second is you just can't search for things. Now, the next issue is, it says here I have 43 slots used out of 100. So I have 100 slots. 100 libraries sounds great. Per car would be great. But it's not. It's 100 libraries overall. Like you can see, I've only got I don't have 43 here. I've got 7 here. So I'm going to have to start deleting libraries. If I want to have 7 on each car, I can't. That's not an option. Once I've unlocked every car, I can't have 2 libraries on every car. I have to pick and choose, and that's not enough. 100 is not enough libraries, okay? You want to give me 10 per car? Great. I would be so happy with 10 per car. I think 100 per car, like I thought it was when I first opened it up, I thought that was great. But unfortunately, it is not. It is 100 total, and that's just not enough libraries. If we have a look at my RDO2 here, I've got heaps. Okay, it just keeps going. But I'm going to have to start deleting those, and it sucks, because like, I want to have more than 1 library per car. And I can't do that for every car, which to me is just really sad. Otherwise, everything else here works great. The favorite vehicles option doesn't really work too well. There's no point to it. So if I have a car in favorite vehicles, it puts it here at the start, so it'll always be at the start. But that doesn't do anything, because if the last car I selected was down here, that's where I'm going to start. So I can't find my favorite car unless I go all the way back. So I may as well just unfavorite it. There's no point to the favoriting your vehicle. Puts a star on it, I think, and may stop you selling it. Just don't sell cars that you don't want to sell. The filters are a bit silly. Like, you got rarities, cool. Boosts, there's only 2 types of boost. Like, I don't know if I need a filter for that. You can search by not obtained vehicles. Watch this, ready? Awesome. So glad that I could search by this. Could play a bit of Hangman to discover the super treasure hunts. Like, what? Why is that a search option? And favorites is not a search option. You can just choose by sorting. Like, there is no point to favoriting anything. I can... Ooh. I have been saying I wanted a twin mill really badly. So I'm sorry, guys. I know I wasn't planning to do a race on this video. Where's a race that has money? But I want my twin mill. Oh man, I've been wanting twin mill for days, okay? Since release of the game. It's the only car left that I want that isn't a super treasure hunt. So I do want it. So let's just... This is never explained. It's actually a certain type of starting line has it sometimes. But that's not explained. It's just expected for you to figure out. The drift mechanic takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's great. There's a good recovery mechanic and everything like that. For the most part, racing is flawless. The only issue I have is these fans. Now, at first I said I didn't even recognize them. I didn't notice them. And that kind of holds true, except for the fact that they're excessive. there are some tracks where every second track piece is a fan. And yes, they can start to pile up and get noticeable. Um, and I find that's a problem. I get sick of those fans really quickly. Um, I'm driving like crap because I'm not even like I'm not here trying to win. I just want to get my 10 coins so I can get my twin mill. Yeah. See, there's just fans everywhere. I'm sick of it. The fans are fine in small doses. Oh my god, that twin mill had to taunt me there, didn't it? But other than those fans, everything else track-wise seems to be fine. I like pretty much everything. Some tracks are a little difficult, which is fine. Difficult tracks are perfectly reasonable. Yeah. Roller Toaster is amazing. The fact that the toast pops is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. I'm extremely happy with this car. But yeah, so fans are excessive. This level is one of the easier, earlier levels, but the later levels, it gets really bad. Some of the time trials have 2 times that you got to beat, and normally they're about 10, 12 seconds apart, but there are some that are 2 seconds apart. I think that's no good. Like, a 2-second difference on some of these tracks is, it's laughable. You're not really going to see it. Not a fan of the snake and the spider. The snake has no warning before it closes its mouth, which personally I don't like because I don't know if I'm going to make it or not. It will just close on you. There's nothing you can do about it. And the spider, sometimes it will completely cover the track and there's nothing you can do to avoid it. And then other times it will it has a really good aim and it will pretty much always hit your car if you don't do something tricky. You can't just drive past it fast. It will 9 times out of 10 just get you anyway. Get our gold, yay. I want to exit the screen. I hit B. I hit escape. Is it escape? It is escape. You have to hold it down. Not on every screen, just some screens. This screen is probably the least important one to have that on. I don't want to hold this down to exit. I don't have to hold it down to enter anything. If I want to exit the game, I don't hold it. I just tap B. And I think that one is more important to have that than this, than the City Rumble. That's my opinion on it. Having to hold down to purchase something in this also seems a bit... Well, having to hold down to open a blind box also seems a bit redundant. Because, like, this... What are you going to do? Not open it? Let me tap to open it. And if you purchase a blind box, it doesn't open it straight away. You've got to purchase it, then go down and open it. That also seems really redundant to me. I'm purchasing the blind box. I obviously want it open. As a bit of a joke, maybe I'll just stock up some blind boxes and do opening videos, which I can do now because I have the twin mill that I wanted, which means I can do videos on skins that I want to do. Whoops. There's just going to be some good skins going around. There's one I want already, and I'm going to just quickly go find it because I know that people have put it up. Is that it? That looks so sick. Can I just grab this? Thanks, Maureen. That's a beautiful skin. We'll get into that in the skin video in just a moment. Yeah, so not having a search feature here means I can't search for the player I want. There's no filter, so I can't filter by date or anything, or by what it's called. There's just so little that you can do, and it takes a lot of the interactivity out of it. Here we go, Shuby's Road B skin for Twin Mill World Race. This is beautiful, I love it. I'm a fan. It's missing the World Race sticker, and that's just because that thing is awful to try and make. I think there is a decent one here. on this at the back. But again, you can't lift the camera. You don't have enough control to like really have a look at the detail on these vehicles till you're on the track. But still, this is cool, and I'm glad that it is here. Now we move on to quick modes. So we'll go quick race. Oh wait, we don't want quick race. Time attack, split screen. No, we want multiplayer, sorry. Create private lobby. Lobby creator, all vehicles on. Collisions, that's cool. So we go create lobby. The loading times to find games are awful. I searched for one earlier on stream. It took about a minute or two to load up an empty lobby of just me. And obviously no one joined. There's just not really players at the moment because obviously the game is still on pre-release, and you know the community will grow. There's no cross anything, so there's not cross play. There's no cross skins, so I can't access a skin on Xbox, which personally I'm not a fan of. So here I've got this. How do I choose a map? I can choose cars. That's not something I'm after though. I want to... Well, I can invite players from online friends and offline friends. That's silly. Alright, I can't get further than this to choose anything. So we'll exit the lobby. Which is a shame. Multiplayer. What if I just go... Oh. Quick race. Alright, cool. We can access all these. Which, this is cool. I don't mind that we can access all this. I think I made one on... How do I access my tracks? Because like it doesn't have a tab for the Hot Wheels room. How do I access it? It's my track. What? Oh, that's cool. You have to unlock some tracks. That's fine. My tracks. This one here. Share. Cool. Share. So I have access to it. Do I need to download it somehow? Like I'm really trying to figure out how to do this. Just to download my own track and race on it. But like, this is for editing. I don't want editing. I want to race on my track, man. Like, how do I race on my track? I can't do it as a quick race. Can I do it as split screen? Space, ready, start, ready, whatever. Enter. Oh, now I can access my tracks, which is cool. So we have access to this community tracks. Alright, we have community tracks. Oh, that looks sick. I would love to go. I would love to go through some of these tracks for another video. So we can access that. It's just I can't save them though. What is this? I want to be able to save these tracks, right? Go to community tracks. I've got player options, but that doesn't overly help me, if you know what I mean. Like, I want to be able to save these, right? So I can access them easier. Oh, that's cool. Where is it? That's a cool little cute track. This looks wild. All these tracks look wild. I'm a big fan of these. But I can't even find my own track in here. There's no search option, so it's exactly the same as the cars. I've got to try and find wherever the hell my personal track is. Oh, if I want someone else to play my track. I can't save this track. Let's see if I can visit the Unleashed profile, shared contents, shared tracks, which is cool, but what do I do with it? I can't select it. Awesome. I'm so happy that this is a feature that I can select it once to play split screen. With like cool. I can't save these tracks. I have to physically go search for them, which just is awful. And I'm not a fan of that. There's no way to save all this stuff, and that's terrible. And again, maybe it would only limit me to 100 tracks. 100 tracks I could be limited to. That's fine. 100 car skins, not so much. And then the track editor is just so bad. Can we just go in and build a random... I just want to go through this. The track room. This is terrible design for a track editor. To get this down, so I'm trying to go down at the moment, you've got to hold left bumper and then do up and down, and that is also your rotation. And then you got right bumper to do your diagonal rotation in any way, shape and form. Okay, so that's all that. Fortunately, you can reset it if you're not happy with it. So that's that there. We're going to go up a bit. Now I'm going to say that's okay. Now to get the next piece of track, I have to place it exactly. So let's go around here a bit. And then no matter what, where this starts does not change. And if I was to raise it, which is fine up here, so that's as raised and as forward as I can get it, right? Or we'll go lowered. And you'll see that's not just like perfectly lowered. There is a hook to the top, there's a hook to the bottom. When I do the next piece of track, if I want it to go down again, it keeps the hooks and levels out for a second. And so you can't just have a steep, straight down part of track, which is not ideal. Should this have any obstruction on even a slight piece of the track, even the underside, you can't place it, which just is not special, not very good. We go into special, we have this massive loop. Look at this loop, that is huge, right? So I've got to reduce the size of the loop to be able to place it. And like, you can make this thing just eternal. Like, look at that, this is just growing, out of the map, growing, still growing. That is as big as it gets. I don't know where I can place this thing. It is huge. Can you make this longer? You can. Oh wow, that's it. That's as long as it gets. That's it. That's all you can do with that. You can make it slightly longer, slightly shorter. You can't do anything else with it. So that's a bit lame. We're going to go back to... We got some animated ones. These are awesome. I love these. Really cool. Big fan of these. We're going to go back to the basic tracks because there's still some issues that you just have with these tracks. So you see, placing tracks is easy. Going up is fine. Once you've got a hang of it, now we'll get into a curved piece of track, right? So we're going to curve it up a bit, right? So that's on pretty much a 90-degree angle. The next piece is also on a 90-degree angle, but let's say I want to raise it. Or let's say I want to try and rotate it back, actually. So I've got to try and do this. But what is that? That's not what I wanted. I wanted to try and have the top come down. But there's no way to do that. And it changes your ups and downs as well. So up becomes left, left becomes down, down becomes... It rotates them all one because it's based on this diagonal section here is where your camera is where you move it from. So so now I've ended up with this monstrosity. This is okay. I'm allowed to build this. So I'm trying to just get it back to default, and I'm not able to because I have to keep remembering that everything I want to do is off slightly. So we're going to go here. So I'm just trying to now make it so. Alright, so I'm obviously going to give up. We're going to reset all that. We're going to go into this section to try and lower it a bit, and then we're going to try rotating it there, kind of, and that's not really flat or straight or anything. We should lengthen it. I like, it's so impossible to work with this when suddenly I'm now working on an angle, but my controller is not on the same angle as, like, my controller is on the same angle as the track, not my camera. So I'm not working based on where I'm looking, I'm working based on where the track is. And that's a joke. Okay, as far as editing is concerned, that makes editing these nigh impossible. It means I have to put so much effort into just one single piece of track. We're going to try and just rotate it flat. It's now automatically rotated up flat, which means you're now fighting an uphill battle. We're now going to try and go down. That's down. That is down now. The piece at the top there does not determine what's happening. So there we go, and finally we've done that. We have flat track again. Cool. Now let's say I've gotten this far in and I now want to change my starting line. Do you know how I do that? I delete everything. You have to delete your way back. If I want to change just one piece back there, I have to delete everything after it. I can't go back, I don't think. Wait. Oh, I can go back. Oh, I'm a dumbass. I was complaining about that. But it's not explained. There's no tutorial for this. You just have to figure it out. And that's for the entire game, is just figure it out. So, yay. Now, what can I do with this? I can't change it from circuit. I can change what start I've got, which almost works, except for the fact that... Wait, I can... Oh, okay, I can do a lot more than I expected I could. This down to here. And now suddenly I'm building a new track again. So I guess I can do a fake out track. Cool. Yeah, there's so much, like, that's just not that good with this. Let's go into our animated ones. Particularly these two, like, if you don't want the track to work exactly like this, with the loop and everything, you can't just have the snakehead and do a bridge. It's just not allowed. Sometimes I'm not allowed to access certain modules, which is wild, because I do have 2 extra modules here, but I can't. I'm not allowed. Shouldn't I be... Okay, I have apparently lost the track I had just placed. Do we notice that? Let's try bring this here. Like, okay, so now that I've changed the start line, everything else has been removed. So now if I was to go back, I'm not allowed to do this. How do I get back to the rest of it? I've now lost that piece I've added. I'm now back to here. Let's go back a few to, let's say, this one. We don't want customization, we want confirm. And this here. Like, yeah. You're not allowed to adjust those. Like, you're not allowed to adjust your checkpoint, so you just got to put a thing there and close the track. But, like, let's go back to this. We're going to try and work around this stupid thing again. I like that there. I'm going to put it here, and then if we just go close track. Cool, now we're back in business. We're back onto this. And that was quite a nightmare to do. To be able to change the style, you have to add an extra piece of track. Which you can't delete. Oh wait, there you go, you can delete. Let's put it right up close and personal. Let's see if I can close the track on a smaller gap than your standard gap. Like, then you're allowed. No, you're not allowed. Not allowed to close that gap. So to change anything, you've got to be able to also add in an extra piece of track to close it if it's not just adding an extra piece of track. It's not ideal, but what's the point? What is the point in putting all this effort in to build this if I can't share it? I can't share this track with anyone. Who cares, man? There's no point putting in all... I closed the game. You need, like, that's exactly the problem I'm getting at. It is so much easy. It's so easy to close the game. Why have it so I have to hold down to confirm that I wish to leave campaign mode when I don't have to hold it down to leave the game? Like, I was just clicking things and boom, I'm out. So that's the problem. So it's not a lot. They are extremely... For your average person that's not doing a lot of things that I'm doing, they probably won't matter. Building tracks is a nightmare. Sharing tracks is impossible. Making skins... We have issues with making skins. I should probably go into the library editor and discuss this. So we will load this up when it loads up. This is an issue that I was notified of by a friend of mine who's doing it. We can access community libraries here, which is cool. Cool. Ooh, that's a spoiler. That's a car I didn't know was in the game, and they've done the Toe Jam skin on it. Oh, I love you. Downloaded. I can just download skins here. That's cool. I don't have any libraries myself. I don't believe. Yeah, so let's use 0 out of 100. New library. Sure, we'll do a library for this. Now, it starts white. You can't load an existing library. I can't go, oh, I've already got a library here, I'll load that. You can't. So, the people that are doing the Highway 35 skins, so, the one I was talking about before who doesn't have the Hot Wheels World Race logo on his car, can't just build the logo and add it to his car. He has to rebuild the entire thing again and add the logo. You can't save a you can't make a logo, you can't make like a symbol. I can't make my own personal symbol and save it because I can't just add it. That's not addable. Sure, we'll go here. And there's just the lack of options for libraries. Oh, cool, you can put the number 68 on like 17 different things, like in 17 different ways. But there's no Teku skins, there's none of that sort of stuff. And personally, I was really looking forward to having the skins from the Highway 35 cars. And they just haven't added it. They haven't added any of that sort of stuff. At least we got some teeth to make street breed cars. It's... As far as a library editor goes, I expected something more from a franchise that has these libraries already. Like, oh cool, I can put a Spartan on a car. Twice. 3 times. Why? What do I gain from having access to 1, 2... none in here? That's alright, there's some more over elsewhere. Like emojis. Oh, cool! I can put emojis on my car. I can put 17 different fonts of each letter on my car. Some of which just look the same. Oh, look, another shark. A colourful shark. There's some things that I've been trying to edit for one of my tracks here that I've been working on. So we'll go to my tracks, which is orientation day. In situations like this where you've made a mistake while making the track and it doesn't quite line up. So in this situation, I used a ramp piece. For whatever reason, I must have bumped something as I've moved on to the next piece or fixed it up, and it has changed to a non-ramp piece. I haven't noticed, and I've built the entire track. There is nothing I can do about this. I cannot change this piece. There is no object, there's no command that changes it. I go into customization, I can change the color of it, the walls. There is nothing I can do. I can add stuff to it. That's it. This doesn't help me. So this whole track, I've spent ages. I made a massive track, and the whole thing is redundant because I can't verify it while that bump is there. There is no way over it. Too bad. The whole thing is wasted. There's nothing I can do to repair that. So there is a little bit that needs to be done in terms of the creator. But we'll get back to the rest now. There's one error on it that I've just shown before, and because of that, I can't fix it. I'm not able to fix it. There's no way to fix it, so it's gone. But hey, we can do library reviews and stuff now, so yay. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. That's all my complaints about the game. I hope Milestone can see this and get these things fixed. It's not a lot, really. It's really not a lot, but these are all very big things to me. The fan thing was kind of just my own personal thing. I don't think that needs to be fixed. I'd like it to be, but the biggest thing out of all of this... No, I don't want to quit the game. I didn't even hold the button down. Just the libraries. This is the most important thing you can fix for me. Give me more than 100 because I'm already halfway done and I don't even have half the cars in the game. The next thing, search functions for both tracks and libraries. Just give me search functions because I want to be able to search for things, and so far I can't, and it's really disappointing. But anyways, thanks for your time, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. And I do plan to do some, at least weekly, just looks at new skins and what's coming in through the community.